Hey guys, just published the CodeSmash API Connector, and you can use it to easily connect your Bubble apps to CodeSmash APIs. This is actually going to help you replace your Zeno subscription. So instead of paying monthly, you'll just do a one-time payment for CodeSmash, and then you can use it forever. And the best part is that since this is a custom plugin, as opposed to the Bubbles API connector, it doesn't use any workload units, so the usage is actually completely free. So before we start, let's just have a look at what we have here. You can see that with CodeSmash and your private AWS account, you basically get 25 gigs of database data each month. While with Zeno on their paid plan, you get 3 gigs monthly, and after that, the pricing just goes up. And with CodeSmash, you only have a one-time payment, and it's between $125 and $325. So basically, you either buy the personal plan, the business plan, or the enterprise plan. And with Zeno, depending on the plan, you're gonna pay between $99 and over $1,000 monthly. So yeah, basically, going with CodeSmash is going to lower your bill by a lot. Now, the best part is that we've recently introduced a free plan, so you can always just try it out before you decide to commit. And now here we are. Here we have a really simple Bubble app. We've got a title because we'll be posting like an article, a travel article, and we also have a place where we can actually edit the text, right? And there's going to be a button, and with this button we're going to update the text of the article. So moving on to the browser, you can actually see what it looks like, right? The one place that you see here is where our title is going to be, and the article is going to be right here. So first things first, what we'll need is obviously some data from a database, right? But in reality, what we're going to be using is a CodeSmash API to store the article data. So what you need to do is just go to the plugins tab and click add a new plugin and just search for CodeSmash. And you can see it right here. It's free, and just make sure to install it. And once it's installed, just go back. And there's nothing actually to set up here. You will just see some info. You can go back to your app, and we can start working. So at this point, what we need is to deploy our API, right? So let's go to CodeSmash, and let's go to the deploy app section. Here, you're going to see some items. The first thing you need to do is just check REST API and just give your API some name. For example, Travel API is fine, and make sure to deploy it. Okay, so now that it has started deploying, it's gonna take about 2 minutes, and once it's done, we can come back and take a look at our API. So I think it's time to check. Yeah, so this is our API. You can see that it has been deployed, and let's go to the API builder. So in the API builder, we can actually add the routes to our API. So in the entity name text box, just type in article, because we'll be saving articles here, and click add routes. That's that. Once we redeploy the API, we'll be able to add the data and get it back. So our deployment is finished, and we have to have a look at our routes. So we know that we have all the REST API routes, like get, post, put, and delete, and the only thing we need to do now is just to test them out. So let's try with the post route. So this is where we are actually just going to add some very, very simple example piece of data. We're going to add an article that's that we're going to retrieve in our app. So what do we need? We need the title, and it's just going to be like my article. And we can just paste the same thing. And the other field that we need is going to be text. That's obviously going to be the text of our article. So let's just change that quickly. Yeah, my text, that's fine. And let's add this. So it's success. It means that we've added this to our database. Let's get the get route and just see what we get back. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so this is our article with the ID that we've specified, and now we can go back to Bubble and see what it looks like, because this is the data now that we are actually going to pull and display on our Bubble app. Okay, so we are now back on Bubble, and it's now time to actually use the CodeSmash API. So here's what you need to do. Just go and search for CodeSmash, and you will see it right here. It says CodeSmash API. So add it right here. And what this thing does, it basically has a custom state that you will be setting to some data. You just need to give it some ID so that you can reference it later on in the workflow. In this case, this is going to be a piece of data, a state that's going to contain our data from the database. And once we get it, it's going to be stored in a field called result. And let's now move on to the workflows. And the only thing that we're going to do now is just make sure to get this data when the page loads, right? So click here where it says page is loaded, and then go to the plugins and select again CodeSmash API. So this is going to be executed once the page has loaded. And what we need now is to take again, like I said, the ID so that the workflow knows where to set the data. So put it right here. And you can see that it's the get method. And here we need to put the URL. So just copy it from CodeSmash and paste it right here. Okay, we need this this specific route. So article with the ID, because we will be pulling in, you know, the exact item. So just take the article route. Yeah, you can just paste it in like this, and then add the ID. You can copy it from down here. Okay, so that's copied, and just go back here and add it here. Yeah, so now it's going to pull this specific item. We don't need the body and the headers because this is the get request. So we'll be actually pulling in the title and the text, right? So that's going to be the shape of our data. So what we now need to do is basically just go and say, hey, this is what we're getting back. But where from? Well, it's our CodeSmash element and it's the result. But what we need to do is make sure that we extract the title in this case. So you can use something like this. I mean, if you have some JSON plugin for extracting the data, you can use it. But for now, for a simple demonstration, we can just use this regex and type in title. This is going to extract the value from the title field, and that's going to be fine. The next one is, of course, the article. So now we have to extract that as well. So yeah, again, it's in the same custom state, CodeSmash API, and take the result, of course, and make sure to use the regular expression. But this time, instead of title, just type in text, and this is what's gonna be extracted. So that's fine. Yeah, let's just go and see if this is actually working. We can reload the page, and there you go. You can clearly see the title is my article and the text is my text. So this is fine. What we now need to do is actually update this by clicking the button, right? So let's go back and try to see how we can do that. So now that we are back here, click on the button and click on the add workflow. You can click here to add to add the CodeSmash workflow, but before that we will need the element ID. Here you need to actually add a new CodeSmash element. So this one is going to be the put request for updating the data. And just give it some ID, for example, update article. There you go. That's fine. Edit the workflow. And now, now we can actually add the workflow from the plugin again, the CodeSmash API, and just paste it in so that it knows the data that it needs to update. And make sure to select this time the put method. And we need the URL, which is actually going to be the same. It's just that this time we are talking about the put method. So copy this one, and there you go. Just paste it in here. And don't forget to add the route, which in our case is the article route. Okay, you can just paste, copy from here, and then just paste it in here. There you go. And don't forget the ID. So we can add the ID right here. And in this case, we will need the body because this is the data that we will be sending. And remember, we'll be sending the title and the text. So just copy the shape of the data like this and remove everything that you don't actually want to update. Okay, these IDs are and the type, it's not necessary. Perfect. So what do we do here? So I got an article on travel destinations, and I'm just gonna paste in the title that I want. So this is how you can just update it with the static text, but we also want to get the text that we type in. So we have to do the referencing. So choose the rich text input and take its value. So that's perfect. But make sure to format it as a JSON safe. Awesome. Yeah, that's fine. So let's go back now. We can reload. And we're just gonna paste in the data. So that's our article that we got from ChatGPT. And let's do some formatting. So we see that, so that we can see that it actually gets saved. Okay, the titles are gonna be a bit larger. Text is gonna be heading of the size 2, while the titles are heading of the size 1. Plus, we're also gonna make them bold. Okay, so this looks fine. Once that's done, let's just click update. And the system is going to refresh, and there you go. We see that we have the data in the database, so the data has been updated. If we reload the page, we are getting back the data from the database. Okay, so now that we know that this is working, let's just quickly go to CodeSmash and check the data in the actual database. So let's go to our apps and the travel API. Here we can go to the API builder, and let's just wait for the routes to load. Okay, select all routes and just click test route. Okay, you can see it right here, guys. The actual article text is here, and the article is here as well. So this is working fine. That's pretty much it, guys. As you can see, it's very easy to work with the CodeSmash plugin. So let me know what you all think. If you have any requests for new videos, if you want me to cover other website builders beside Bubble, I'll do that. And yeah, I'll talk to you next time.